I'd like to invite you now to step inside this 2010 Toyota 4Runner. And as you step in, I want to highlight some of the things here on the door. The attention to detail, the high quality materials. Even though this is a rugged off-road vehicle, we've included some very nice soft touch materials. We've raised our window controls so that they're up high, so if you are off-road driving, you don't have to look down and drop your eyes from what could be a treacherous terrain. You can just reach up to open that window. The windows are auto up and down in the front. So a lot of nice features here. You'll also notice as you step in the ingress and the egress because of the high roof line, and we've got this door sill to accommodate an easy step in. This vehicle is ready to go either all-terrain or all-terrain. This vehicle is very appropriate for your daily routines, and then on the weekend if you want to go further off-road than your friends and neighbors, this vehicle's got what it takes to get you there. So step inside now and I'm going to introduce you to some of the great features on the interior of this 4Runner. As I join you on the interior of this 4Runner, I'm going to highlight some of the great features and functions here, starting with the steering wheel. With a standard tilt and telescopic steering wheel, that allows the driver to get comfortable behind the wheel of this vehicle. Additionally, you're going to notice in true Toyota fashion, we have divided the cruise control function and the windshield wipe function onto their own stalks. Many of our competitors combine those two features for one cluttered stalk. You'll see here on the lower right is our cruise control. You turn it on and off, you set it, you reset it, you cancel it, all very intuitive, all very ergonomic because you look right through and keep your hands on the wheel. Then we've got our windshield wiper control right up here. You bring it down to increase the speed, you pull it towards you to wash the windshield wiper. Now, additionally, very ergonomic and intuitive to use are our HVAC controls. So, our heating, ventilating, and air conditioning. You'll notice right over here, a very large dial, easy to operate. Blue is for cooler, red is for warm air. Then over here, we've got our fan speed. And then right in the center is your AC control and your mode control, where you'd like to zone it, that hot air or cool air. Additionally to those standard features, we've got a standard CD player, WMA, MP3 capability. We've also got an auxiliary outlet connection down here so you can play your iPod or any type of music through your speakers. We've got a power cord outlet right next to that auxiliary outlet with two very handy storage compartments down here. Now when you're not using that, you can just cover that up and hide it out of harm's way. We've got a lot of cup holders. In fact, the 4Runner has between 10 and 12 cup holders, depending on whether you have a third row or not. So, cup holders everywhere. We've got a great center console with a very deep, accommodating storage area. And then in true Toyota fashion, great materials. We've got beautiful, luxurious leather on this particular vehicle. We've got very durable materials with a large glove box for storage space. So, long life out of this. Another really neat feature is we've got this auto window down and up. So the rear window goes entirely down with just the push of a button and entirely up with the push of the same button. And then finally, part of the charm of this 4Runner is some really unique features for off-roading. So let's say you go camping for the weekend and you go far off-road and you want to have a little party. Well, we've got party mode for you. What party mode does is it sends 80% of your music to the back speakers on that rear hatch, so you can sit in back, have a couple camping chairs, and put all that music to the back of this vehicle. It's just one of those features that's going to add to the enjoyment of the 4Runner ownership. Now, this vehicle is very versatile, and I want to highlight some of those benefits in the second and the third row. So if you'll follow me back now, I'm going to join you in the second row and talk to you about how easy it is to store the seat so you can carry your gear on a long road trip. As I rejoin you in the second row, I want to show you how easy it is to fold these seats down to gain extra cargo space. All you do is pull that seat bottom up. You'll notice there's a clever cutout here for the headrest. So I don't even need to remove the headrest. I just bring that seat down and now I've got an almost entirely flat storage room. This third and second row floor allows me to load large cargo in there. To put the seat up, very simply, opposite of what I just did. I step in and I want to highlight the room available in the second row of the 4Runner. High roofline in this vehicle allows for some significant amounts of headroom. We've also got great comfort in knee room to the front seats, and overall just a very comfortable ride in this second row. Now, typical with Toyota, of course, we've covered safety in this second row as well. Unlike some of our competitors, we have a headrest in each seating position in this second row. Now, Toyota builds their vehicles to a global operating initiative which requires us to meet the strictest safety standards in the world. For example, in Europe, they require a headrest in every seating position. In the United States, they do not require it, but we meet that stricter standard, so we know we've built the safest vehicle on world standards. Now, these headrests are easy to operate. They lift up when you need more comfort if somebody's sitting here, and then they drop down nearly flush with the seat so you have better visibility out the side. Of course, a 3-point harness in each seating position, so even in the second row, we're providing the best safety available. Now, additionally, for comfort, got a nice sized armrest with 2 more of those 10 cup holders that are available in this 4Runner. Now, of course, if you're going away for a long trip, you carry a lot of cargo. So I'm going to ask you to step to the back, and we're going to cover a few things at the back of this vehicle, and then we'll wrap it up where we started. As I rejoin you at the back of the 4Runner, I want to highlight some of the benefits of the rear of this vehicle, starting with a standard rear spoiler. Now, it's a nice aesthetic look, and it also helps with coefficient of drag, but it also protects our standard windshield wiper for the back window. Now, if that windshield wiper is tucked underneath that spoiler, you're going to keep it out of the elements, so the sun won't bake it, you're going to get longer life out of it, and it's not impeding your visibility through this rear window. Now, as I open the rear hatch, you're going to notice how high the rear hatch goes, so it allows for a lot of headroom underneath and then an expansive volume of storage inside this vehicle. Power outlet in the back. There is an available 3rd row seat in the 4Runner. There's also a tray that's available that allows you to load gear and slide it in and out. That tray can support 440 pounds, so if you want to have a tailgate in the back, you just slide your tray out, 440 pounds, and party mode that I mentioned earlier, where you send 80% of the stereo power to these rear speakers, so you've got an instant tailgate party. Now, as I close this down, there's a lot of things we need to talk about that happen at the back of this vehicle. 6,500 pounds of towing capacity. That's class leading. That's a lot of weight that this vehicle is perfectly capable of towing. I also want to talk to you about traction in the 4Runner, because the 4Runner is world renowned for its off-road prowess. I mentioned earlier about how we build this vehicle to go from all-terrain to all-terrain, and we mean it. 27 inches of water fording capability in our 4Runner, and then a true 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive capability. Now, full-time 4-wheel drive is available in the limited miles, and that has a torsion center diff that splits power to all 4 wheels all the time. You can even lock that diff to keep that vehicle completely in 4-wheel drive for really hardcore off-road driving. Our part-time 4-wheel drive is unmatched in the industry. Now, in 2-wheel drive, we have a system called Auto LSD. What Auto LSD does is it allows full throttle application while transferring power across the drive axle in 2-wheel drive. So, when the back tires are slipping, we're going to transfer power continuously across that axle to give you a true 2-wheel drive vehicle. All of our competitors' standard vehicles are really only a 1-wheel drive vehicle in 2-wheel drive. We have a true 2-wheel drive vehicle. Now, in 4-wheel drive, when you select 4-wheel drive, we turn on a system called A-Track. And what A-Track does is it sends power across both the rear axle and the front axle. So we actually drive all 4 wheels. Our competitors' 4-wheel drive vehicles typically turn 2 wheels, one on the front axle and one on the rear axle. We turn all 4 wheels in this 4Runner. So we have unmatched traction in this segment and in the industry. So, from all-terrain to all-terrain, this is your vehicle. That brings us back to where we started. This nameplate, the 4Runner, and our Toyota emblem. This Toyota emblem ensures our commitment to bringing you the finest automobiles in the industry. From our company, Toyota, through our products, this 2010 Toyota 4Runner, to you, our customers. Now, backing up these fine products from Toyota is one of the finest Toyota dealerships in the nation. Pat Lobb Toyota in McKinney, Texas. If you're an existing customer, we'd like to welcome you back to our dealership. If you're a new customer, we'd like the opportunity to earn your business. So please visit us at our location in McKinney, Texas, or visit us online at www.toyotaofmckinney.com. Thank you for your interest in Pat Lobb Toyota and this 2010 Toyota 4Runner.